Under a merciless sun, Elijah, a rugged prophet, treads through an arid land, his silhouette stark against the horizon. His weathered face reflects years of hardship, his eyes still burning with unwavering determination. Cracked earth stretches endlessly, a mirror to the sky, intensifying the oppressive heat. Dust clings to his worn robes, each grain a testament to his solitary journey. He scans the desolate expanse, a lone figure seeking solace in a forsaken world. Weariness lines his face, but his spirit remains unbroken, a beacon in the barren landscape. Black ravens descend into the ravine, their wings slicing through the stark air, each carrying nature's bounty. Bread and meat, gifts from above, are clutched tightly in their beaks, a lifeline in the desolate expanse. Elijah receives the offering with grateful hands, a beacon of faith amidst the harsh wilderness. This miraculous provision sustains him, a testament to unwavering belief in a barren world. Ravens ascend, their mission complete, leaving Elijah in quiet solitude, nourished by faith and nature. The sun beats down on Zarephath, its dusty roads baking under the harsh light. Elijah, a weathered prophet, enters the town, his face set with determination. He spots a poor widow at the edge of town, gathering sticks to prepare a final meal for herself and her son, using the last of their flour and oil. Elijah approaches, his voice clear and strong. "Greetings, woman. Could you bring me water in a jar so I may have a drink?" As she was going, he adds, "And while you're at it, bring me a morsel of bread. As the Lord your God lives, I don't have any bread, only a handful of flour in a jar and a little olive oil in a jug. I was about to take the sticks home and make a meal for my son and I. Eat, then die." Elijah then said to her, "Don't be afraid. Go home and do as you have said. But first, make a loaf for me then, something for yourself and son. The Lord God of Israel says, 'The jar of flour will not be used up, and the jug of oil will not run dry until the day the Lord sends rain on the land.'" In the widow's humble home, her worry was noticeable. But in obedience, she made the prophet a small loaf of bread and humble honor God. So there was food every day for Elijah and for her and her family. Then astonishment floods her eyes as she sees the containers full. The flour and oil never run out, sustaining them through the famine. The widow clasps her hands, her face a mask of surprise and gratitude. Elijah watches, a silent promise in his eyes as the miracle unfolds. On Mount Carmel, under the vast sky, Elijah stands firm before King Ahab, his figure outlined against the stark landscape. A multitude gathers, their faces etched with doubt and curiosity as they await a divine spectacle. The prophets of Baal bristle with defiance, a stark contrast to Elijah's solitary stance. Elijah's gaze cuts through the crowd, a beacon of unwavering faith in the face of widespread disbelief. Anticipation hangs heavy in the air, the moment ripe with the promise of a powerful revelation. Under a blazing sun, Elijah carefully builds an altar of 12 stones, his weathered face set with determination. He gestures boldly towards the prophets of Baal, their faces a sea of desperate hope and fervent prayer. The prophets' chants rise, a cacophony of pleas assaulting the heavens, yet the sky remains unmoved. Sweat glistens on their brows as their voices begin to crack, their initial confidence replaced by growing fear. The altar stands stark against the landscape, a silent challenge to the futility of their desperate cries. Exhaustion etches deeper lines into their faces as the sun beats down, relentless and unforgiving. On Mount Carmel, Elijah's fervent prayer rises towards the heavens, a plea echoing in the vast expanse. Suddenly, a blinding light pierces the sky as fire descends with divine force. The altar erupts in flames, the sacrifice consumed in a blaze of holy fire. Even the rocks themselves are engulfed, a testament to the raw power unleashed. The crowd is awestruck, falling to their knees in reverence before the undeniable miracle. On the banks of the Jordan, Elijah raises his cloak high, a figure of divine purpose against the clear sky. With a dramatic flourish, he strikes the water, the blow echoing in the stillness. A miracle unfolds as the river splits, revealing a path of dry earth amidst the rushing waters. Elijah and Elisha step onto the newly formed path, walking into the heart of the parted river. In an open field bathed in sunlight, Elijah's face reflects a deep sadness. "I will be taken away," he says, his voice heavy with unspoken farewell. Elisha's eyes widen, disbelief and sorrow intertwining as he faces Elijah. "Please, Elijah, let me stay with you," Elisha pleads, his voice cracking with emotion. Elijah shakes his head, his resolve firm despite the pain etched on his face. With a heavy heart, Elijah turns away, his departure leaving Elisha in silent despair. Elisha stands alone, his figure small against the vast field, a testament to his loss. Elijah and Elisha stride through a field of tall grass, unaware of the divine spectacle about to unfold. Suddenly, a chariot of fire and horses of fire erupt before them, the air shimmering with intense heat. A whirlwind descends with furious speed, engulfing Elijah in its blinding vortex. Elisha watches, awestruck, as Elijah is swept upwards towards the heavens in a blaze of glory. Elisha, face set with resolve, retrieves Elijah's cloak from the ground. He strides purposefully toward the turbulent Jordan River, the cloak held firmly. With a resounding whop, Elisha raises the cloak high, striking the water with force. The river obeys, parting to create a path amidst the swirling currents. Elisha's triumphant gaze confirms that he now carries Elijah's power. Under the relentless sun, Jericho shimmers, its beauty marred by a palpable sense of despair. Elisha arrives, his presence drawing the townsfolk, their faces etched with worry and desperation. A plea rises from the crowd, a desperate chorus echoing their suffering. "Please, man of God, heal our waters," they cry, their voices raw with anguish. "They are undrinkable, and our land is barren." The people lament, their hope hanging by a thread. Under the bright Jericho sun, Elisha raises his hands, a handful of salt sparkling like captured light. He casts the salt into the spring, a gesture of hope rippling across the expectant faces of the crowd. The water churns, then stills, transforming from murky to clear, a symbol of purity restored. A collective gasp of wonder rises as the spring becomes fresh, its life-giving water promising renewal. Joy erupts among the people, their faces radiant with gratitude, their eyes reflecting newfound hope. Smiles spread like wildfire as they realize the miracle. The cursed water is now safe, life-sustaining. A cloud of dust rises from the road to Bethel as a group of youths gathers, their laughter echoing in the bright day. The youths mock Elisha, their voices sharp and cruel. "Look at the Baldy! Go on up, Baldy, go on up!" Elisha turns, his face hardening as the taunts continue to fill the air around him. His voice rings out with divine authority, silencing the youths. "May the Lord curse you." The air crackles with unspoken power as the youths recoil, their laughter abruptly cut short by Elisha's curse. In the woods near Bethel, the dense trees stir as a primal presence awakens, unseen but felt. Two bears emerge, their eyes gleaming with ancient instinct, a silent promise of retribution. They advance, their movements a display of raw, untamed power, nature's judgment made manifest. The youth's mockery fades, replaced by a stark realization of the consequences of disrespect. Nature's response unfolds, a potent reminder of the balance between humanity and the wild. All 42 of them were attacked. Under the relentless sun, dust devils swirl across the barren landscape of Samaria. Before the Israelite army, Elisha stands, his unwavering voice echoing with divine conviction. Hope and apprehension mingle on the faces of the soldiers as they listen intently to Elisha's words. A sense of awe washes over them as they witness God's hand guiding them to miraculous victories. These prophets of God move trusting in the power of God within them,